Now, good news for Donald Trump and Melania. Barron is moving back into the White House. And CJ, Barron was invaluable for the Trump camp in helping formulate the strategy to reach young men. He really, I think, served a very important role throughout the election campaign. He encouraged President Trump to go on podcasts of popular personalities, some the president had never heard of before Barron's intervention. And it's worth noting this horrible murder we spoke about in North Carolina would have been on the president's radar much earlier if Barron was around, because the president learnt about it 48 hours after it really went viral on X and other social media platforms.
We love having, Barron here, in DC, and we love to see that he's going to be in the White House. I'm going to tell you, this is a guy who has his finger on the pulse of everything that's going on. And so I think he's going to be an invaluable advisor to his father as he navigates, of course, the upcoming years of his presidency. And as you pointed out, he was an integral piece to his return to the White House. And so I think that he'll continue to serve that incredible role. But, again, I think what the president is really leading on right now is doing all that he can to get information from wherever he can, but also to act on it effectively. And already, I think he's taking action to ensure that what happened in Charlotte never happens again. And God bless him for it, because there is no reason that should happen in a civil and polite society at all, anywhere in this country.
Well, let's just hope the law and order crackdown that we're hopefully going to see in America's big cities really see some meaningful long-term change, because they have just deteriorated so much. And even as a tourist who goes to the US very regularly, you can see that decay. Each time you visit, those big cities seem to be a little worse. Now, CJ, we covered the baseball Karen story earlier in the week, the woman who became among the most despised on the internet for about 24 hours after berating a father and son for taking a home run baseball she somehow thought belonged to her. She did get the baseball given to her. Well, the father in that viral footage, Drew Feltwell, wants people to leave her alone and not try to get her fired. He said, CJ, the internet has already messed her up pretty good. He's not wrong there.
No, he's not wrong, but I will tell you, Rita, he is a better man than me, because I guarantee you I would have kept the ball and I would have said, keep going. So he, I don't know, maybe he is a better man than me. I'll leave it at that.
Well, yeah, he's obviously a very charitable person. But I've got to get your opinion on this, because then we did get a bit of blowback earlier in the week when discussing this, because I thought his move to give the ball to her, to give into the bullying in front of his son, was a poor move. He should have stood his ground. She had absolutely no right to demand that ball. And I think just because it happened in front of his son, it left a bad taste in my mouth. People said that was a bit harsh. What's your take on this? Do you think he did the right thing in the moment in giving that ball back?
Well, Rita, I guess they're going to have to hate both you and me, because I agree with you. I think he should have kept that ball. I think he should have. I don't know. I don't understand why he gave it back. I think I saw an argument online where it was basically that, it just goes to show that sometimes you can't give people, the attention of the time of day. I think that you also have to show your son when to stand on business and not to relent in the face of someone who is just being unreasonable and absolutely crazy and insane. And that is what I saw in that video. And so I wish he would have kept that ball, and I think his son would have appreciated it. But, of course, everyone has their own parenting style, and I'll leave that to him.
Yep, sometimes you've got to stand on business. CJ Pearson, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thank you so much.